with him, and so I played maybe 2 competitive games with him, and I'm not that comfortable with him. Luka's probably the better player, but I'm not as comfortable. So just as far as just my comfort level with Lonzo was a lot better off than Luka Doncic.
Which
For the land of the free.
Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sport. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Lou Williams.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And the Clippers starting 5. They've got Paul George. Batuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Ibaka in at the 5, home in the paint. And looking at the Nets, Harden out there with Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Durant in at the 4 slot. Leonard on the wing. Greg, we've got 2 terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Irving misses. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Harden with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Irving looking for an opening. Shot clock at 6. Over George. George with the defensive effort.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
Here's Beverly. His last outing, he had 8 points. He dishes it to Batum. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. George finds Ibaka. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3-ball.
George passes to Leonard. Over Harris. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
What a smooth-looking release from Kawhi Leonard. Doing work in the mid-range. That is his comfort zone.
Harden, that's good.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
George against Irving. And George, here we go. Kevin Durant with the rebound.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Harris kicks to Harden. Passes it to Jordan. Back to Harden. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
George, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
They now take the lead.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
From deep, George. It doesn't go for him. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Outside Jordan. Shoots from the elbow. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Well, Kevin Durant's form, his release point, everything about his stroke is really impeccable.
Here's George, and it's blocked by Jordan.
This guy cannot get started, and the offense overall has been a struggle because of it.
Irving against Beverly. Durant, no good. Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against the Spurs in San Antonio.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they've just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Well, the best way to silence a crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the buckets started raining down.
And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. The wide open look here for Ibaka. Misses and the dry spell continues. Harden outside. Back to Jordan.
One of the best defensive players in the entire league, Kawhi Leonard. So hard to get a clean look against him.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Brooklyn ahead, up. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Williams. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in at the 2-guard position.
How many times have we seen DeAndre Jordan take it off the window and convert? Boy, he is so good.
It's Williams with the drive, and they pick up 2.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Nets. They lead by 4. Their next game is at the Rockets Arena in Houston for a game with the Rockets. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Here's Shamet. The offensive rebound. Jordan the pass to Green. No good on the triple. Clippers trail by 4. some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Kennard against Brown. Green deciding where to go with it. Ball's knocked loose. Shoots over Shamet. There's Jackson with the three. Rebounded by the Nets. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Here's Jordan, the shape. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Emphasizing the importance of a deep bench. A few teams, Doris, across the league are riddled with injuries right now.
And this is where your front office has to find a way to be successful year after year. And players over the course of a season maybe won't play for 5, 6, 7, 8 games, and then an injury opens an opportunity, and you have to have a high level of professionalism at the end of the bench to endure these moments.
And that one's good, Shamet. And the Nets lead by 5. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And the pass to Jackson. And a miss there on the triple. Brooklyn leading by 5. Shamet with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Brown kicks to Shamet. Taken away by Williams. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Kennard for 3. The rebound by Luwawu. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Shamet, good on the shot. And it's a 7-point Nets lead. The Clippers shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Down low. Kennard finds Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Kennard for 3. The shot misses. And Brooklyn will come the other way.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Here's Green. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Zubac kicks to Jackson. At the tip, great positioning on the putback. Zubac has got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. They kick it out to Green. From deep. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Morris. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, there's a toughness and an energy about Marcus Morris that elevates any team he plays for. This guy is an incredible teammate.
And a new group in for the Nets. Durant's checked in for Jordan. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Irving's checked in for Brown. And it's James Harden in for Landry Shamet. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. Paul George is checked in for Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from George.
Well, Paul George has got a tight handle, right? The zig, the zag, and his way through the porous defense.
Here's KD. Connects in the foul line jumper. KD's got 6.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
Well, sometimes when you've got size, your release point is so high that you're going to get a good look no matter what.
And Beverly kicks to Ibaka. On the wing, George. Off target from three-point range. And that. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. And that'll...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Durant. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Irving. High post, KD. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Irving. And that one, good. Irving's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Nets.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats back in action.
No doubt, Greg. And KD is trying to navigate his way through one of the most difficult injuries a basketball player can face. But we know unequivocally this man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold.
Here's George. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Harden against Beverly. Harden the pass to Jordan. Harris outside. Harden left side. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Outside Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard has built his game brick by brick. You want him to score on the interior? No problem.
A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
George against Irving. And George, here we go. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Harden against Beverly. Out to Harris. Outside Durant. There's the 3. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Clippers trail by 8. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court he makes a lot of noise.
Harden finds Irving. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Durant, the pass to Harris. Outside for Durant. Ring shot on the way, and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Durant's got 8.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
And George, here we go. Ibaka for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for the Nets. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverly. Harden kicks to Harris. Back to Harden. Nets passing it around. Irving from long range. And no good that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Paul George.
Hey, you're asking for trouble now if you let Paul George get room to run. Excellent transition and superb at getting himself in the right position.
Irving against George. Paul George with the steal. Williams passes to Batum. And that one, good. And now just a 4-point Nets lead
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Outside Durant. The kick out to Brown. Outside Irving. Right side Durant. And the Nets miss again. And it's Williams with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Leonard. And Irving pulls it down.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Misses the three.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
A nice shot by George.
Consistent shooter from outside the arc. Paul George is terrific at finding space when he needs to get a shot off.
But they recover it. No good. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Nets out in front, up by 1. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Ivica Zubac is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Williams. And it's Morris in at the 3. Brown with it. Guarded now by Morris. Shamet kicks to Durant. Clock at 6. Over Leonard. KD with the bucket. KD's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Brooklyn.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
And George, here we go. Zubac shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And the first one at the line is good. And he makes both free throws. The Nets with the lead. Brown outside. Pass to Llewellyn. To the inside. Stolen by Zubac. Outside Leonard. To take the lead. He lays it in.
Well, Kawhi Leonard is 230 pounds of nothing but pure strength. What a finish at the rim.
Pass to Green. Passes to KD. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by George. The Clippers shooting about 42% so far. And the wide open shot from Morris. Off target from outside. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting around 41% on the night. Shamet on the wing. Bobbed up there for Green.
And that is a shot that Green knocks down consistently. The defense has to try harder to contest him from there.
Brown against Williams. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Kevin Durant. The Clippers also changing it up. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. Here's Jordan. That one doesn't drop. Excellent D there from George. Now here's Beverley. He's guarded closely. George looking around. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Wow. Wow, how about Paul George commanding the basketball when his team needs a basket? Go to work, sir.
Up top, Brown, defended by Beverly. Now, here's Shamet. Defense is right there, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Durant's checked in for Green. Joe Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's James Harden in for Bruce Brown. The Clippers also making some changes. Batum comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in for Morris. The kick out to Irving. Offline with his three.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Out to the right wing. Beverly against Harden. Out to Ibaka. Over Harden. It's not going to go for him. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. The feed now to KD. Shoots over Batum. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Harden.
Kevin Durant absolutely fearless. If the game's in the balance, he will demand the basketball.
And the Clippers call time here. They lead by 1. 1:05 left here in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And let's catch up with, and here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
One of the key aspects for Kawhi Leonard's scoring per game is his ability to get to the free throw line. This guy lives there.
And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a 2-possession game.
Durant finds Jordan. Harden outside. And here is KD. And again, no good by Brooklyn. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now, here is George. Over in the corner, Batum. And there's the pass to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. All alone. He can't get it to go. So the Clippers with the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, is the...
you, and I'll start with you, Ty. Who's the bigger trash talker between you two? Because I know you guys have faced off before in the past.
I don't even think it's close, man. I think Splash got the.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams, as we're just about ready to get this one started. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for D8.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And the Clippers starting five. They've got Batum. Paul George is out there. Patrick Beverley. And it's Ibaka. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. Batum with the steal. And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason? Or, in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change. And the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around. And I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
The first bucket for this offense, 1 of 4 to start the game.
Holiday looking over the floor. Middleton outside. The rebound by Ibaka.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Leonard, no luck.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Pass to Lopez. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Boy, when you got the jump shot that Chris Middleton has, you're always a weapon, which means you help create spacing for your teammates.
Now, here's George. 32 points for him last game against the Celtics in Boston. Ibaka down low. Defended by DiVincenzo. Batum wide open. He fired. A three-pointer off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Holiday finds Lopez. Giannis outside. Back to Lopez. Kicks it down to Middleton. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Leonard. Another miss by Middleton. So for the Bucks, their last game a loss to the Nuggets.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
Yeah, they had no answer for them. They simply got outplayed and outworked.
Here's Lopez. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Outside Holiday. Pass to Middleton. Shoots over Leonard. Another miss by Middleton.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Leonard, the pass to Batum. Back to Leonard. Over in the corner, Beverley. Taken away by Holiday.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Now, here's George. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. It's good.
Yeah, excellent determination there from George. This wasn't going to be denied. Fighting off the physical contact and nailing the shot over good defense.
Holiday finds Lopez. Here's Middleton. He's covered by Leonard. Middleton, the pass to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 1. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first. Outside Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. On the wing, Batum. And George kicks to Leonard. Trying to get open is Ibaka. Leonard, no luck. Bucks have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Middleton for 3, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
Middleton, known as a very capable jump shooter, and what makes him so is the great confidence he has in his stroke.
George against DiVincenzo. Back to George. Got a piece of it. 3 on 3, and there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Bucks lead by 4. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And recently, on the subject of trash talking, Giannis Antetokounmpo had this to say.
I like to stay locked in to the game and focus to the game and let my, play and my energy and my effort do the target for me.
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of length, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
They've got Portis, and it's Augustine in at the 1. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. The pass to Craig. Augustine against Williams. To the middle. Stolen by Zubac. Kennard with the ball. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Williams passes to Jackson. Back to Williams. Pass to Zubac. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Zubac has got the first basket of the second quarter for Los Angeles. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA, just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Here is Forbes. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Jackson down low, and they're unable to get the tying basket there. Augustine finds Portis. Here's Connaughton, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Now here's Williams. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Boston. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Kennard. Here's Augustine. He dishes it to Forbes. Clippers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Williams' shot is off. For Milwaukee, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here is Forbes, guarded by Jackson. Forbes can't get it to go.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Williams, that's good.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Now, here's Portis. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Denver.
Yeah, nice vision from the little fella there, Augustine, making it easy for his teammates by finding the open man.
Here's Williams. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And they will call over the back on the play. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Now here's Leonard, following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
Augustine against Beverly. Here's Connaughton. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Antetokounmpo kicks to Augustine. Kept alive.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
Here's George after the made shot from Bobby Portis. Launches a 3. The shot by George, no good. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Bucks. Up next for him, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
And the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That's his first foul. .11 seconds left in the first half. And George, here we go. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Boy, George can really change pace quickly. He's excellent at drawing physical contact.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws here tonight. First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Paul George.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
For 3, Middleton. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And
Kevin, thanks. Here with Mike Budenholzer. Your defense has been very good. Why has that happened?
Well, you know, I think our...
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. And Shaq, you bestowed your Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo. What made him worthy?
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Milwaukee in the lead. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Paul George is out there at Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at the power forwards position.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Stolen by Middleton. And it's the Bucks on the break. And Giannis throws it down.
Super quick in transition. The Greek freak jumping down the throat of the defense with that speed.
It's George on the wing. Holiday. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Middleton for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. About 1 minute played here in the second half. George, no good.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself. I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Middleton. That one wide left. Clippers trail by 6. And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, GA, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the freak, Superman, what have you. None of it feels like an exaggeration.
Here's Antetokounmpo, following the score by Lou Williams. Kennard against Middleton.
You know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. And the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Antetokounmpo against Morris. They get it back. Antetokounmpo kicks to DiVincenzo. The Bucks working the ball around. 5 to shoot, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Thursday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. Then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Here's Williams, and he hits it to tie the game up. Williams has got 8 points.
Love the decision-making here. I mean, Sweet Lou knows he can beat his guy to the spot and then takes it strong.
Middleton on the wing. 1:37 left in the third quarter of the game. Count the basket.
Boy, Lopez hunkered down and anchored in on that pick.
Here's Williams. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Williams has got the game tied up here for the Clippers. Middleton on the wing. 1:11 left in the third quarter. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. He's got 10.
I think Middleton is absolutely dynamic when he's involved in the pick and roll. He's really skilled at his decision-making. He knows when to pass and when to shoot.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Passes it to Zubac. In the corner, George with it. Lopez with the steal. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Triple from the wing. Middleton's got 7 points for the quarter.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Williams. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And here's Holiday. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Middleton. Lopez finds Middleton. Over Morris. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
Bringing a strong work ethic defensively. Morris grinding on the shooter there.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Bucks lead by 5. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Brook Lopez is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Holiday. And it's Connaughton in it with the shooting guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And he knocks down the first one.
And every single season, Paul George has kicked his game up another level. I think he's a premier two-way forward who gets it done at both ends.
And the Bucks making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Now here is Holiday. Pass to Connaughton. The feed to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
Putting that Stanton to the test, the big fella, banging it down.
DiVincenzo against George. Ibaka right side. Outside, Batum. And Ibaka slams it in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. Two hands and down.
Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. Lopez kicks to DiVincenzo. Inside, Batum with the steal. And now the fast break, George with the ball.
I like how George looks for contact. He kind of seeks it out. He doesn't back away from the hard physical contact. He knows he's going to get a chance.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Portis, and Middleton subbed in for Pat Connaughton. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack, but he told them they're doing a great job of finding space out on the perimeter, which has led to all those good shots. He likes the rhythm and the flow of this offense. He just told them, keep shooting it with confidence. Kevin?
George against DiVincenzo. Pulls it from the elbow. The rebound by Middleton. Bucks leading by 3. There's the dish to Antetokounmpo. Back to Middleton. He feeds it to Antetokounmpo. Over Ibaka. Antetokounmpo, no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
They grab their own miss. Beverly dishes to George. And the layup is good. George has got 6 here in this quarter.
Hey, when you've got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Giannis inside. Defended by Batum. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of games.
And the dunk by Giannis.
And you've got to wonder just how big those points are going to be. A swing like that could decide the outcome.
Here's Leonard. No good on that one. And Milwaukee the other way now. Stolen by George. Ibaka with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Batum controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Big shot, Nick. He lives for these moments.
Now the pass to DiVincenzo. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Antetokounmpo. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness.
George looking around. And he drops it in from the low post.
And because of Paul George's composure and even-keeled nature, his teammates have great trust in him in these situations.
Giannis passes to Middleton. Back to Antetokounmpo. Good.
Man, the attitude of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. Really what you want to see in your team's best player. He's a guy that doesn't back down when the game gets tight and things are on the line.
It's George on the wing, defended by DiVincenzo. It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Amazing athleticism from George. I mean, sprinting towards the bucket and getting there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
George against Middleton. Count it.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
To the paint. Outside for Batum. George against Middleton. And George, here we go. Ibaka, wide open, he fires. Trifecta!
And this is where Ibaka's steely demeanor serves him well. No hesitation under pressure.
Bucket's good.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. You're looking live and down at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. The setting for our broadcast tonight. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And maybe it's shocking, and maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Here are the five for the Clippers. They've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard. No good from Gasol. Three-pointer. The shot by George, no good. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Leonard with the steal. Ibaka right side. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Do you remember, Greg, if you watched the standings very much when you played?
You know, we were always aware of it, and a lot of that had to do with the goals. I remember early in my career playing for the Knicks, you know, we were trying to win championships, and we talked a lot about home court and having that come postseason time. So you were absolutely aware of where you were because of the goals you've set. But I think that also changes depending on who you are as a team. If you're a championship caliber team that's won it, and maybe you're in the midst of a dynasty run, it may not matter as much because you know how good you are and you can win no matter where the venue.
Now here's Batum after the miss from Dennis Schroeder. 5 on the clock. George passes to Ibaka.
A shot blocking man of the world. Ibaka can tell you, not in my house, in at least 4 languages.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of this game. And so he makes both from the line.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Caldwell Pope finds Gasol. And finished off by Gasol.
Marc Gasol probably never won any dunk contests, but he can still put you on a poster.
Back to Beverley. Pass to George. And Gasol sends it back.
Love how Gasol patrols the court, always on the lookout to reject a shot.
Leonard against Caldwell Pope. The feed to Gasol. And the rejection by Leonard.
And maybe it's the adrenaline talking, but they're 1 for 4 to start this game. Need to settle down.
Lakers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Gasol's in the post, defended by Ibaka. Gasol can't get that one to fall.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Leonard, no luck.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And finished off by Gasol.
Out in space, Gasol with the great size and skill to where he overmatches most people.
Here's Leonard after the basket by the Lakers. And finished off by Leonard.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play. It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in LA with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Now here's Gasol. Kicks it out to Schroeder. On the wing, Morris. James against Leonard. LeBron, good.
Doesn't let the contact affect the shot. Great focus by LeBron.
The Clippers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Caldwell Pope against George. 40 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Kicks it out to Leonard. Score the basket is third after 5 shots.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Schroeder looking over the floor. Goes up on the wing. That one off the back iron and out.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Leonard finds Ibaka. Over Gasol. Can't hit from 12. The shot, no good. And that does it for the first quarter. Clippers lead by 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then it's Montrezl Harrell, and it's Caruso in at the point guard position. That's the Laker 5. Now here's Williams. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Boston. And good that time. Williams has got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
Because of his size, everyone tries to get physical with Lou, but he pays it no mind.
Earl high post, working on Zubac. Kicks it out to James. It's Kuzma penetrating. And it's Harrell missing. Clippers leading by 4, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Now here's Jackson, following the miss by Montrezl Harrell. Back to Jackson. To the inside, Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
And if you're the defender, you have to respect the ability of Jackson to finish. That opens things up for the assist.
Horton Tucker, that's good. Horton Tucker's got his first basket.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Williams inside. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Lakers trail by 4. Caruso looking for an opening. And Harrell slams it in.
I mean, a dunk machine dating back to high school. Montrezl Harrell is an absolute monster around the rim.
Now here's Williams. The pass to Morris. Outside Jackson. Kennard on the wing. Plenty of space. Here's Zubats. Outside Williams. Back to Kennard. From past the arc. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Kennard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Caruso. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. He feeds it to Harrell. Here's Horton Tucker. Guarded by Jackson. Here's Harrell. Up and in on the layup. Harrell's got 4 points this quarter. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Here's Kuzma. Caruso, the pass to Harrell. It's hauled in by Zubats.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Jackson. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Caruso, the pass to Kuzma. To the middle. Here's Harrell. And Harrell slaps it in.
Great dime from Kuzma there, assessing the situation and making the right play.
Right side, Williams. Zubats, that's good. Zubats has got his second basket.
Excellent timing on that play and a wonderful pass.
Right wing, back to LeBron. And James throws it down.
Defensively, you want to take away LeBron's driving lanes, but his speed and power still went out.
Outside Jackson. Morris outside. No good on the 3. The Los Angeles Clippers come into this one following a loss to the Boston Celtics.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yes, out on the road, it's hard to overcome missed opportunities, even when you're playing hard.
Harrell, that's good.
What a great shot. This is why Harrell shoots over 60% for his career.
Williams looking around. Makes it off the glass. Williams has got 6.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. And the greatest bench scorer in NBA history. And that does it for our...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing, guys, from Montrezl Harrell.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
So for the Clippers right now, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Paul George. And it's Ibaka in at the 5. George against Caldwell Pope. George passes to Ibaka. Caldwell Pope against George.
In OKC, Paul George showed he can be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Schroeder with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Gasol finds Caldwell Pope. Back to Gasol. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
And George, here we go. And the rejection by LeBron. Kicks it out to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
And Schroeder's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. They trail by 7. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them. A spark that turned things around.
The shot by George, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's James, and LeBron throws it down.
The indestructible one. LeBron brushing off contact for the easy deuce.
George looking over the floor. It's George on the wing. Back to Batum. Here's Ibaka.
You see Serge in the painted area, feels the defender, goes on the attack.
The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Here's Ibaka. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And it's 8 points for Serge Ibaka.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Schroeder kicks to Caldwell Pope. Morris outside. It's stolen by Ibaka. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here's Leonard. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Caldwell Pope passes to Kuzma. Caldwell Pope against George. It's good.
All heart with Caldwell Pope there, using every ounce of strength to muscle that shot in.
Schroeder against Beverly. Out to Ibaka. Shoots the 3. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. And the Lakers making a change here. Harrell's checked in. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Kuzma, right side. Caldwell Pope finds Schroeder. Back to Caldwell Pope. 6 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard with the ball. Picked up by Kuzma. And the shot goes in. Leonard's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Harrell the pass to Caldwell Pope. He's looking for Harrell and finds him. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Schroeder against Williams. Caldwell Pope right side.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Schroeder against Williams. Yep, that one goes in there. Williams has got 8 points.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
And we've reached the end of the third. Clippers lead by 7. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So it's the Clippers now. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. And that concludes this long 6-game road trip. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. And it's Horton Tucker in at the shooting guard. That's the Laker 5.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
To the right side. Here's Horton Tucker. And the rejection by Zubac. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
A beast on the dribble drive. You see Kawhi right there, undeterred by contact.
Inside. Caruso kicks to Harrell. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Down low and stolen by Harrell. Fast break, the Lakers. LeBron dishes to Harrell. Here's Caruso. He's guarded by Williams. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. George has got the ball. Good on the bucket. And the Clippers lead by 11.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
James outside. Inside. Harrell takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Harrell's got 4 this quarter. Williams passes to Morris. Back to Williams. This is to Leonard. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Well, you know, the truth is Leonard's been focused all night. Has an array of go-to moves and the endurance to keep on coming.
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. To the wing right side. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. Clippers leading by 11. Back to Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 5th assist in this one. And Kuzma has it in the corner. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Leonard. In the corner, it's Morris. To the paint. Here's Zubac. It's good.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
James dishes to Harrell. Passes it to Caruso. To the inside. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Clippers.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kawhi Leonard.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Back to Williams. The three-pointer, no good. Lakers trail by 15. LeBron kicks to Dudley. Pass to McKinney. Back to Dudley. Just 5 to shoot. There's the triple. The Clippers grab the miss. Mann passes to Patterson. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Alex Caruso. He's checked in for James. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. 15-point game. Pass to Caruso. 20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Dudley against Patterson. Dudley the pass to Jones. Back to Dudley. And stolen by Patterson. There's the pass to Mann. Zubac kicks to Patterson. So the Clippers winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith.
Kevin, the clip.
There's been a transformation here in L.A. There is no doubt about that. D.A., thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Irving at the 2. And for Los Angeles, Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2. Beverley the pass to George. Beverley against Irving. Leonard on the wing. 5 to shoot. And the layup falls. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Yeah, that's one of the more dangerous shots. The form, the quick release, everything for Kyrie in sync.
Leonard on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound, Brooklyn. We're about 1 minute into the first. Jordan at the elbow. Out to KD. Fires from deep. Jordan finds Harden. Shoots. And he overshot that one, missing.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Ibaka, the pass to Beverley. Out to Ibaka. Fires the 3. Drills it from outside.
Well, if you're open, Patrick Beverley is going to do his best to get you the ball.
Harden outside. The pass to KD. A second chance effort. Beverley against Harden. Harris up top. On the wing, Irving. Clock at 6. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Jordan's shot is off.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
George against Harden. George passes to Ibaka. Missed inside.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups. Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled it.
Oh, man.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Beverley against Harden. Leonard on the wing. Wide at the free throw line. And it's Irving with the rebound.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Kicks it out to Harden. Pass to Irving. Over Beverley. Irving can't get it to go. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers. Here's Leonard. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard. Killing it in transition.
Harden dishes to Jordan. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Leonard. And Ibaka kicks to George. Back to Ibaka. The Clippers need to get off a shot. A shot by Batum, no good. Nets trail by 4. Here's Irving. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Yeah, you could pretty much say that DeAndre Jordan's going to get a lot of his points right there, trolling around the rim.
Pass to Batum. Outside, George. And it's Leonard, top of the key. Back to George. And Jordan sends it back.
Well, the arms of DeAndre Jordan are like a horizon line. They go on forever, which allows him to send those shots back.
A shot by Harden, wide open. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Los Angeles. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Lou Williams out there with Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Zubac in at the center, filling out the middle. They get it again. Outside for Jackson. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. Back to Kennard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Green passes to Shamet. Over to the wing. Outside Durant. Pulls up on the wing. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot. Boy, shot out of a cannon on that possession. Good look up court.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. On the wing, Brown. Pass to Shamet. Here's Llewellyn. Kennard covering.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Jackson with it. He's coming off a 25-point game against Boston.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Here's Williams. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
How about the focus there from Sweet Lou? Simply incredible at finding ways to convert through the contact.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Jordan's checked in.
A three-time sixth man of the year. Last season, Lou Williams named his newborn son six in honor of his success in that role.
We talked a lot about the Mount Rushmore of the game's greatest players. Maybe we can start to chisel out the sixth men of the year in the NBA. Lou Williams would have to get some serious consideration for that monument.
Kennard, the pass to Zubac. 2 points. That one goes. Zubac has got the lead up to 5 now for Los Angeles.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Zubac against Green. Back to Jordan. Shoots over Zubac. That one rolling around and rims out. Clippers leading by 5. Morris finds Jackson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Morris. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. Paul George is checked in for Reggie Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. George passes to Ibaka. Outside for George. A shot off that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
There's 37 seconds left in the first half. George looking around. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, in that kind of move, Paul George is such a great scorer. He can stay in control even at full speed.
Outside Irving. Green with the ball. George picks him up. Harden against Beverly. Teardrop shot. Got a hand on it.
Can't be lazy around Patrick Beverly. He's going to get you down low with hands. That time, he blocks a shot.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. And for the Clippers, the wing tandem of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George inviting. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Durant. And it's Jordan in at the center. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Harden kicks to Irving. Jordan high post. George against Irving. Jordan controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, Jordan just wreaking havoc on the rim now.
And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Harden the pass to Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
The pass to George. Left side Ibaka. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Well, I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, there's a reason DeAndre Jordan shoots a high percentage. It's because he's around the rim quite a bit.
Leonard on the wing. Pass to Ibaka. Stolen by Durant. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Harden's shot is off. George finds Leonard. Back to George. And here's Leonard. Over Durant. And it's Leonard missing. To the middle. Here's Irving. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Irving's got 5 points so far.
So clever. He finds different ways to probe inside, and Kyrie with a great finish.
And that one's good, George.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Outside Irving. 1:58 left in the third. Back to Harden. It's Durant on the wing. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers leading by 9. Here's the lob to the hoop and stolen by Irving. And now the fast break. Durant with the ball. On the wing, Harris. Harden outside. Over Beverly. Harden gets the bucket. He's got 7.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
George against Irving. Back to George. Harden grabs the miss. Harden's got 5 rebounds tonight. On the wing, Harris. No points in the game yet for him. Irving kicks to KD. Shot clock at 6. Harden the pass to Jordan. A good look from Harden. The Clippers grab the miss. And again, the Clippers turn it over. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And a new group in for the Nets. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Jordan. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Harris. Brown, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. And it's good for 2.
And so far are going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Williams kicks to Morris. And Durant comes to help. Back to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Zubats. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Zubats has got his second basket of the night.
No, that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He finishes with... And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Ivica Zubats is out there with Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Williams. And it's Kennard in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Zubats, that's good.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Here's Shamet. Bucket is good.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Williams in the post. He's covered by Brown.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Outside for Jackson. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Jeff Green picks one up.
That's a smart play Jackson will keep going back to. He knows he'll make it to the rim, get fouled, or maybe both.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Kennard. Nets trail by 9. Brown with it. Williams picks him up. Shots good by Green.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Williams scanning the floor. Zubats, good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Zubats has got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's just gifted with the basketball, and that includes making plays. Lou Williams spotting a man that time.
Here's Shamet. Basket good.
Even though they're still trailing, he continues to be lights out from the field. What a competitor.
Outside Williams. And the shot is good. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Well, you deserve that kind of treatment if you're going to get up when Lou Williams like that. Terrific at getting to the rack.
Brown down low. Jackson on him. And Brown throws it down hard.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Morris finds Williams. Clock at 6. Now, here's Zubats. Guarded by Green. And that one is good from Zubats.
Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it, went right into the shot.
Here's Brown. Lays it up and banks it in.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
Outside Williams. On the wing, Batum. Green against Zubats. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Clippers making a switch here. George is checked in. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Green. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Brown. And it's James Harden in for Landry Shamet. Here's Irving. Great D that time from Batum. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Outside, George. He dishes it to Morris. Shoots it up. And it's George missing. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. 7-point differential. Here's Durant, and it's blocked. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley comes in for Williams. Harden scanning the floor. Over Beverley. Got it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
George against Irving. Pass to Beverley. Right side George. And Jordan sends it back. They retain possession. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Beverley. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And here are the Nets. Trailing by 5. Passes to Harris. The dish to Jordan. KD against Batum. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, anyone questioning Durant's killer instinct can stop right now. Wow.
It's George on the wing. Back to Leonard. He kicks it to Beverley. Batum wide open. He fires. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
Don't forget, next Saturday, March 6th, you can watch all the action from the My Team Unlimited Champion.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game. And let's take a look at the last handful of seasons and the steal number for Paul George.
And when you see the tumble his steal totals have taken the last few years, you can see that he's gotten away from playing the kind of gritty, hard-nosed D he was known for. That's an aspect of his game he needs to get back.
Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 roaming the paint. Here's Giannis. No good on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks. That one in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
And Leonard gets it to go.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Middleton outside. Shoots over Leonard. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Lopez has got his second bucket of the night.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings mid-season?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change, but sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 16s, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Drew Holiday. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Middleton on the wing. Back to Giannis. He dishes it to Lopez. Good work defensively by Ibaka. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Lopez with the block.
Lopez needs to hold down the fort on defense. An incredible wingspan to get that one.
Shot clock at 5. Nobody near Leonard. Steps back and drains the jump shot. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Antetokounmpo against Batum. Here's Middleton. Wide open shot is on the money.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
Pass to Beverley. Here's Batum. Now here's Beverley. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Kicks it out to Leonard. Outside, George. Back to Leonard. Goes back up. The shot's good on the assist by George. Here is Augustine. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Pass to Antetokounmpo. That one falls.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
On the wing, but two. Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. George against DiVincenzo. And George gets it to go.
In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
And Augustine kicks to Antetokounmpo. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Torrey Craig comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Augustine. Williams' shot is off.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And Giannis throws it down.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
And here is Williams. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the footage relayed to the official.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display.
Definitely the game has slowed down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Morris is out there with Kennard. And there's Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Williams at the point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
All free throws good from Drew Holiday.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
Williams passes to Kennard. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Holiday looking over the floor. Back to Forbes. The Bucks working the ball around. Holiday, the pass to Portis. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Holiday against Williams. Outside Jackson takes the three. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Here is Forbes. He's guarded by Williams. Offensive rebound, Craig. And the pass to Forbes. The three. The shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
Listen, I don't fault the effort. That was there all night. It was the quality of play that was lacking. There was not a ton of cohesion. They've got to figure it out.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here's Connaughton, still looking for his first bucket in this one. To the inside, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. Milwaukee also making some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. And Middleton subbed in for Bryn Forbes. And Williams, here we go. And the layup's good off the glass. Williams has got the lead up to 11 now for Los Angeles.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here's Middleton, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you. Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
1:15 left in the first half of basketball. Nice shot by Portis.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
George with the ball. He's got 8. Williams finds Morris. Outside Jackson. It's George on the wing. And he lays it straight in. George has got 10 points.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's Middleton. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And plays like that demonstrate Paul George's athletic ability. He's not just an elite scorer, he is a high flyer.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Middleton. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Middleton's got his second bucket.
Well, the size advantage playing a big part there. Just calmly rises and fires.
Williams attacking. Outside for Jackson. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 12 points and load management the last few seasons, a common occurrence for Kawhi Leonard. Missed. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Holiday. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo. And he uses the glass on the layup. Giannis has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Bucks. Now George. He's got 12. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Middleton can't get it to go.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Beverly finds Leonard. Can't hit that one.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Wasted no time on that one. And it's 6 points for Chris Middleton.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hands.
Leonard dishes to Ibaka. Kicks it out to Leonard. Passes it to Beverly. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Offensive rebound.
Well, this is what you call your big man playing big. Terrific work on the glass.
Here's Middleton. The Clippers grab the miss. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Milwaukee also making some changes. Torrey Craig comes in for Chris Middleton. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 8. Drops in the layup for 2. Antetokounmpo's got 4 this quarter.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Williams. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. And here is Williams. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Bucks trail by 7. And Augustine kicks to Lopez. Craig passes to Lopez. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Lou Williams. The Clippers shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. Bryn Forbes comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. 1:07 left here in the third quarter. Back to Giannis. Down low, Leonard with the steal. Left side, Williams. Basket is good. He'll get a chance. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
First free throw is good. Both good from the line that time. Here's Williams. 7 points in the game. 35 seconds left to play in the third. Here's George. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
20 seconds left in the third. Forbes. And that one is off. Excellent D there from George. From 17 feet out. Rebounded by the Bucks. Now the feed to Giannis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And that's 12 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And how about the effort? You didn't think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
And so it's Los Angeles going into the break with a 10-point lead. Let's listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team in the huddle.
Let's keep grinding. Keep getting stuff.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Clippers leading by 10. Williams is out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Boy, the dribble drive by Lou Williams, such a special aspect to what he does.
DiVincenzo passes to Connaughton. Good work defensively by Morris. And Los Angeles guys shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively.
Well, Lou Williams in the open floor is just a bucket, folks.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. It's a 14-point game. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Williams passes to Zubac. That shot, no good. And Milwaukee the other way now.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
So, for the Clippers, Batum comes in for Leonard, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. The Bucks also changing it up. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton, and it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Clippers leading by 12. Outside, George. Inside, here's Batum. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And if Giannis is anywhere close to you, don't shoot it. His length covers a ton of ground, and boy, is he fast.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in. Here's Middleton. Good on the baseline, Jay.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And George with the stuff.
Well, Paul George just putting on a show right now. He's been around this league for a long time. The confidence is there.
Right side Holiday. Lopez. Ibaka with some nice D. Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul. Leonard, he's checked in for Morris. Leonard looking over the floor. Ibaka outside. Back to Leonard. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Leonard's got the lead up to 14 now for Los Angeles. Pass to DiVincenzo. Right side George. From outside the arc. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
Well, the three-point shooting of Paul George is an important attribute. Because he can put it on the deck, he's got to balance it with that kind of look right there.
Middleton inside the three-point line. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 17. Here's Leonard. DiVincenzo with the rebound. The Bucks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Middleton. But they'll get another chance. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Clippers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with 1 left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Paul George.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And there's the pass to Antetokounmpo. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-6 run. The shot's good from Kennard.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And he makes the first. He hits both from the stripe. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Williams can't get it to go. Here's Craig. Here's Wilson. And he gets the bucket.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but yeah. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
larger than life, and so are the heads. On Wednesday, get recreational and head to the rec, because all day long, you can earn double.
The Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Lou Williams.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the 1 spot. And for the Clippers, we've got Patrick Beverley. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum, and it's Ibaka, and it's George in at the 2 guard. And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ball game. Beverley deciding where to go with it. Up top, Leonard. They get it back outside for George. 6 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Ibaka controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team.
James with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Knocked away. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession. Well, we all know, Clark, the travel in the NBA is just exhausting. It's just incredible how many miles these teams rack up.
Kevin, I tell you, some of the old-timers would say, hey, they travel in charter planes today and 5-star hotels. They haven't seen anything as far as rough travel. But you're right, it takes a toll. But players are well accustomed to navigating the cadence and rhythm of traveling and still being ready to play. Hey, it's not easy trying to stick with Caldwell Pope now, especially when he leaks out in transition.
Caldwell Pope against George. Outside Leonard. 3-pointer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Leonard's got 5 now.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Morris finds Gasol. Yep, it counts.
Yeah, just showing off that strength in that upper body. Gasol is able to overpower the defender inside.
Outside, Batum. Beverley against Schroeder. And that one's good. Beverley.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's LeBron. Last time out, he had 38 points. 19 that time from Leonard.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. 5 points in the game.
Very effective at spacing the floor. Kentavious Caldwell Pope has gone from an average outside shooter to a dangerous one.
From the left block. And he can't bank that one in. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Lakers. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
And, you know, those are the kind of games that sting and that bad taste lingers. Knowing you were in it, but not coming through down the stretch, those are hard to get over sometimes.
Lakers shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Schroeder hits them both. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Left side, Williams. Here's Zubats. Kennard kicks to Jackson. Morris inside. He's defended by Harrell. Morris, no good. Now the Lakers on the break. Schroeder passes to Kuzma. Here's Caruso. 1:07 left in the first. Count it.
And their offense already in a flow. some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Earl high post. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 3rd assist on the night. Clippers trail by 6. On the wing, Williams. 12 points his last outing. Now the pass to Zubac. Second shot opportunity. The kick out to Williams. And yes, it's good. Williams has got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Boy, for a pint-sized guy, Williams can absorb a lot of contact. Torches his man there.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Schroeder passes to Harrell. Williams comes with the double team. Nobody near Schroeder. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Jackson down low, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it...
this game, it's...
You know this, it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is out there with Kennard. Then it's Williams. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint. Kennard's shot is off. The Los Angeles Clippers, they come into this one following a loss to the Boston Celtics. James, the pass to Kuzma. Back to James, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. And a chance here to check out some stats for Kawhi Leonard.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Harrell kicks to Caruso. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Horton Tucker's shot is off.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
It's tipped. Morris passes to Zubac. Jackson looking it over. Basket counts. Jackson's got his second basket of the game.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Here's James, and James throws it down.
You know, guys, that's what he does. He just loves to play that kind of attacking basketball.
And Williams, here we go, lays it up off the glass. Williams has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Jackson against James. Here's Harrell. And he banks in the layup. And the Lakers lead by 2.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
Williams with a clean look. Zubac, great positioning on the putback.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Out to the right wing. Here's Caruso. He's guarded by Williams. LeBron outside. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Kuzma passes to Hero. Here's Caruso. He's guarded by Williams. James in the post. Jackson on him. That one goes. Count it. LeBron's got his 3rd bucket of the night. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Batum with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And here we go with Morris. Running it up the court. Then Gasol with the dunk.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
It's stolen by Schroeder. Fast break, the Lakers. Gasol finds Caldwell Pope. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
A sharp shooter with a quick trigger release, Caldwell Pope is known for being an efficient scorer.
The Lakers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first half. Now Beverly. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Ibaka against Schroeder. He gets it in there.
And the lean frame of Ibaka, taking the punishment, but still converting the basket. Toughness.
Caldwell Pope kicks it over to Schroeder. Just 3 on the clock. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. They were... And...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what we're seeing from Lou Williams.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Schroeder in at the 1.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll...
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
You look at LeBron James, he's truly a remarkable talent. And every season he seems to add something else to his game. It's been fun watching him, and I'm not sure how much longer we're going to see him at this level.
And the Lakers making a change here. Caruso's checked in.
And you know, Beverly is easily one of the most tenacious defenders in the league. An absolute pest of epic proportion. Love his energy.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. LeBron dishes to Gasol. Kicks it out to James. Tries again. And it's good on the way in. James has got 10.
Boy, I tell you, LeBron is so active and aggressive and so strong. I love watching him go after rebounds like this.
Caldwell Pope against George. Batum passes to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Outside, George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got the lead up to 1 now for the Clippers. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Caldwell Pope up top, defended by George. Gasol dishes to Caldwell Pope. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. They get the rebound. Morris trying to free himself up. No good from Gasol. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And it's Leonard missing. Lakers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. With the putback, Batum grabs the miss. The Clippers shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. And Ibaka is right there. And now it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
LeBron passes to Gasol. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
To the paint, Leonard with the steal. And Williams with the clear path to the hoop. And that one is good. Williams has got 10.
And, you know, the intensity Leonard plays with on defense is impressive, using his huge hands to claw the ball away.
Lakers trail by 5. Kuzma outside. Pass to Horton Tucker. Lakers passing it around. And there's Marc Gasol on the assist by Kuzma. He's got 10.
Boy, the confidence of Gasol on the block is really impressive to see. I mean, once he gets good positioning, he goes right to work.
Williams passes to George. Now here's Zubac, defended by Gasol. On the wing, Morris. Now the dish to Williams. Here's Zubac. Another shot. And he lays it up and in. Zubac has got 4 points this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Jacks up a three. Caruso, no good. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's his first foul. Clippers leading by 5.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
And here's Morris for 3. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. Schroeder with the ball. Stolen by Zubac. The third quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Lakers trail by 5. They've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Williams. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Pass to Horton Tucker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Leonard trying to break free. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Back to Kuzma. Feeds it to Harrell. Banked in off the glass.
Guys, not much more a defender can do in that situation. Harrell with the focus and the strength to just power through the contact.
Williams dishes to Leonard. On the wing, Williams. Guarded by Kuzma. Passes it to Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Zubac has got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers. Schroeder passes to Caldwell Pope. Back to Schroeder. Over Williams. Harrell trying to free himself up. Harrell on the foul. Harrell's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
Leonard inside, guarded by Kuzma. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Over to the left wing. To the inside. Here's Harrell. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Here's Williams. Outside for George. Second chance shot. The Lakers with the rebound. Harrell's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Caldwell Pope finds Schroeder out to the right wing. Caldwell Pope outside. Schroeder passes to Harrell. Here's Horton Tucker. Over George. Harrell trying to free himself up. That's short off the rim. Clippers leading by 3. Here's Leonard. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Schroeder right side. And there's the feed to Harrell. And the rejection by Leonard. The 3, Harrell trying to free himself up.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Here's George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Caldwell Pope.
Boy, George can really change pace quickly. He's excellent at drawing physical contact.
So, for the Clippers, Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. James in the post. Leonard's there. James, no good. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Outside, George. He feeds it to Batum. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Caldwell Pope finds Harrell for three. That shot missing. Excellent D there from George. And here are the Clippers now. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Hope they get it back. There's the pass to Batum. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Morris dishes to Harrell. Back to Morris. Schroeder kicks to Caldwell Pope. LeBron outside for the three. The Lakers rebound. It falls!
And improving as a shot maker every year. Harrell has to be accounted for defensively.
Ibaka off the mark. So the Clippers with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but all right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.